All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. So, you may notice there is a bouncy house on the screen there, which means I think we're getting ready to bounce. And I thought we were going to bounce. Uh, Let me bring up the S&P here, as I'm sure you know, but we didn't. So, I was wrong. But guess what? We didn't take the trade because a reversal never happened. See this price level up around here, 565? You would think that there would have been some support or resistance there because of resistance and support back here. But if you were going to trade this, and like what I talked about, is wait for the reversal to start. The reversal never started, so we wouldn't have taken the trade. So this is a situation where you can be wrong but not lose any money, right? And that's what this is all about. Now, my next thought is we get down to around 540, and there's probably going to be a bounce there because the market is down even more, and it's even more oversold than before. Now, a lot of people are like saying like this is because of the Trump tariffs and this and that and the other thing, and people are asking me, I don't know. No one's smart enough to know. Markets go up and markets go down, right? That's just how it works. And we've had a long bull market. It's time for some profit taking. Now, it's kind of interesting because Nvidia is down more than 50%, and just let me just see here. I mean, it's made a rebound, but notice where it hit resistance today, where it stalled out. This isn't a coincidence, right? It's what we talk about: support at former resistance, or sorry, resistance at former support levels, resistance at former support levels. But during the Reddit bubble, a lot of people would say to me, "Well, this is different than the internet bubble because companies now actually earn money, right?" And back in the internet bubble, there's a lot of companies that didn't earn money, like Pets.com, if you're old enough to remember, had that stupid sock puppet. Um, uh, but guess what? Intel earned money, Cisco earned money, and when the market crashed, they were down by like 80%. So Nvidia is down, you know, less than 50% now because we've had a little bit of a rebound. But all right, just saying this is not unusual action in the market. This stuff has happened before and it will happen again. And wow, look at it. Man, look at that action in Apple. Jeez, that is pretty darn weak. I'm gonna have to write this down. Apple doesn't get the attention that Nvidia does. But again, you see, we went into this sell-off, and on this particular day, where did it close? Right around this price level here. I mean, I think we get down to 200 pretty easily. It's only another day like today. All right. Let me just back up here and start again. So we're going to look at the S&P 500. 540 is where I'm looking. We're going to look at the technology sector. Getting close. 205, just a couple points away. And I think what's going to happen in the financial sector could spill over and influence these guys too. So I think right now it's all about kind of watching the financials. How do they react around this level? And if XLK, the tech sector, gets down there. So it's getting pretty close. So we're at support, I mean, we can't get too like precise. I mean, we're like 2 points away from the level I'm talking about here. All right, let's just look at healthcare. Yeah, healthcare is at short-term support here. It's probably not as important as watching the financials, but still, right? It's not a coincidence that this is where today's sell-off ended. Let me check out consumer discretionary. And look at that. So consumer discretionary is at an important price level too. So we got this situation where a lot of the sectors of the market are at or close to important support. The S&P is really just the sum of these parts. So if you want to get an idea of what's going to happen in the S&P, we're going to just watch these parts. And I think we're going to have some real good trading opportunities on the upside over the next few days. All right. I know a lot of people ask about it. So we're going to go take a quick look at Bitcoin. which I think Bitcoin is like one of the most amazing stories in the history of financial history. Yeah, kind of consolidating. I think it goes lower. So check this out. Me and my daughter today went to this really cool park. She's studying the Revolution in college, and she's home on break. And in Connecticut here, there's a lot of Revolutionary War areas because there was a lot of fighting around here and so forth. So she's doing a book or reading a book and doing a paper on a guy that was here, Joseph Plum Martin, who wrote about it. Now, this was, I think, the coolest thing when you walk in. Now, this tent wasn't there. These people aren't there. It was basically there was no one there. You see these piles of rocks, right? Well, these were the huts where the soldiers lived when they were there. And after the war was over, they either rotted away or people took the wood to build their own houses or for firewood. And these are just the ruins of the chimneys. The cement that was in them has kind of dissolved or whatever. I don't know what kind of cement they used. So every pile of rocks is where 4 Revolutionary War soldiers lived. So I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, all right. What else can we look at here? Industrials. Yeah, industrials have broken support, but I don't think that looks that dramatic. All right, so that's it. We're going to basically watch the financials. I think that whatever happens around this price level, I mean, if there's one thing to watch in the market, it's this, right? If XLF holds and reverses, that's going to be bullish for the broader market, right? If it doesn't, that could kind of spread over into the tech sector. Going back to that. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place here. And that could bring the tech sector down through this level. So the long and the short of it, which I'm sure has been talked about before, no pun intended. I mean, I would continue to be on the short side, but we're getting to a point where there's a good chance there's going to be some kind of a meaningful reversal. And yeah, just stay short and watch that XLF. And if it starts to rebound, then we're going to talk about going to the other side. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.